Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Nerds Toys. I am your host, Toy Collector. And before you, we have Revoltech Yamaguchi Gloomy, the Naughty Grizzly. And we have Pity here. The story behind this is that Pity found Gloomy as a baby bear in the woods, I believe it's the woods, and decided to take him in as a pet and raise him as his own. As the years goes by, Gloomy gets older, he gets bigger, becomes a full grown sized adult, and decides to take out his frustration and anger upon Pity, as you see by the scars and stuff here. And that's all I really know about the story. Now, I will put a link down in the description, somewhere, wherever they put them nowadays, down here, over here, somewhere, in the description about the story. But, as you see, we have the Revoltech version of these. This is Pity. His articulation consists of up and down. He can go up pretty far, but you expose the dick joint you see inside the bottom of the head. So up and down in full 360. Now for people who have Revoltechs, the joints on Pity aren't Revoltech. They're just like, let's see if we can tell, small pin joints. So they're not Revoltech. I believe the only Revoltech joints in Pity are in his neck, and I believe there's some smaller ones. No, I believe there's only a double Revoltech joint in his neck. But as you see, this is like his super abused face here, and he also has just a regular looking face. Very nice. Now this is the ultra bloody version, I believe. Yes, this is like the super bloody version. So the first run only has this face, but with the super bloody version, you have this face, and the shirt, as you can tell, is a little bit more tattered and stuff with bear claws on it. And he comes with a stand also. Now the two stands are different sizes in length. This is Pity's stand, it's a little bit shorter than Gloomy stand, but I'll show it in a minute. And let's see here. This is Gloomy. Very nice figure. Like I said, he has a single Revoltech joint in his neck, which he doesn't get as much articulation as Pity, but still very good range of articulation. Kind of 360, but the head wants to pop off, but it still will go 360. The hands, the arms and hands are kind of odd, I have to say. Let's see if I can kind of get closer. Let's see. As you can see, they're kind of at an angle. Most Revoltech joints or arms are a little bit more straight on. These are kind of angled. You can go up. You can go about yay high. That's about it. You can go down pretty far. Like I said, full 360. The hands, as you can see here, it's like a hinge. It's not like it rotates it like the, whoops, that will happen a lot. It will fall apart every now and then, but it's alright, you can just plug it back in. There's, like I said, there's rotation here, but it's small rotation here, I believe. Yes, there is rotation in the hands. You see the hands are very nicely detailed. We have articulation, like I said, here, and the hinge joint, like it has a Revoltech here, but instead of being a normal kind of straight on, it has like it's in like an angled peg, I guess. I don't know why they designed it that way, but I guess for like a swiping motion, like he's uppercutting someone. But you could have still easily done that like a regular straight on. As you can see, it's not directly at the bottom like most Revoltech figures would be. but it is on the side. I mean, which is not a problem. It's still a good figure. He has some waist articulation. It's kind of like a side to side thing. It can go well, no, it can't go 360. You can only go like 180, I believe. Well, it has an odd angle. Like you see, you can kind of turn it like that. Kind of like he's surfing maybe, but very odd angle. His feet are also, they go straight down, but if you force them too much, it starts to, like, it leaves like big gaps here, as you can tell. So if you want to like a straight on, you have to sleep like that. So this is about as far as you get. So he's always like a somewhat sitting position. So in the Revoltech joints here and here, and that's about it for. Oh yes, and the nose articulate, like a ear wiggle, nose wiggle, whatever you want to call it. Mine is kind of stiff. I've seen where it's a little bit better, but it will go up or down. But as I said, this is like the super bloody version. So if you find out the other version is only the same Revoltech joints and all this stuff, but this is more blood stained, which is nice. And this happens a lot. This arm likes to fall out a good bit, but with Revoltechs, there's nothing really too much to it. Just plug it back in and you're good to go. And also, one thing I must warn you, that these Revoltech joints being at an odd angle, if you try to push it down wrongly, or at a wrong angle rather, it will start to, I don't know if you can tell right here, start to kind of crack. So all you can do is just kind of push it back together. As simple as that. Let's see here. Now Gloomy, he only has two accessories. He has the muzzle, very nice muzzle. It snaps over his head. I'm trying to figure out where the snap is for it. It's somewhere. I'll find it eventually. But yeah, it goes over his head. I don't know where. Yes, oh, okay. I remember now. See, it looks so seam-like, you can't really tell where it snaps in until you see. It's right here at the back. So you just kind of unplug it here. Now I kind of have the easiest way I can tell you how to do it is just to like take off his head and kind of wedge his nose and stuff in there. Now come out of. But let's see, it'd be like this muzzle for Gloomy, and he also has the, like, I guess this would be like a blood dripping from his mouth effect piece, which is very nice. It's it adds more of a fierce look to him. So as he's gnawing on poor Pity, you can have him simulating the biting mark or blood dripping out of his mouth. Like I said earlier, this is Gloomy's stand. It is slightly longer because this Gloomy you'll be mostly doing the attacks and stuff like that. PD's gonna be mostly flying in the air and such. But it is a really good, really good figure. You wouldn't expect it to be so violent looking. You would think it'd be kind of odd for a Revoltech, for people who collect Revoltechs and stuff like Evangelion and stuff like that. It is a very different. I think though, I got this on sale at Big Bad Toy Store for like $28. It may have been that much. I think it was 18 or 28. Either way, still not a bad price. They're really good figures. Now there are different sets. There is a Halloween and a Christmas set, where the Christmas set he has a Christmas hat instead of the blood stain here, and Pity is dressed up as Santa Claus or as an elf. In the Halloween you get a baby Gloomy. I have a prize winning Pity, which has a baby Gloomy. I will do another review for that another day. But you also get the standard like Revoltech Yamaguchi box for your accessories. I guess you could though. You could put Pity's head in there, which would be kind of odd. But that's about it for the figures. It's a really nice figure. I mean, for those of you who are a fan of like cute and violent, you can get like plushes and stuff, but I really would prefer a figure that has really good articulation. Was just like a bear or something, a pink bear, because this really showcases what Gloomy and Pity is all about. An adult bear taking a child or a young adult being taken out of his element. Excuse me. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. This is Toy Collector, and this was the first episode of Nerds Toys.